What is up, guys? My name is Commenting, and today I have for you guys another Unturned 4.0 video. In today's video, it's all about the PvP side of things. But first off, as always, let's go on to showing some comments from my previous 4.0 episode about zombies. Derp Herp said that they should add hiding mechanics, such as you're being chased and you run into a school, you could hide in a locker, and the zombies would leave because they don't know where you are and they possibly have a chance of finding you, and the higher your sneaky beaky skill is, the higher chance you have of the zombies not being able to find you. Now, this idea is quite smart. Right now, if you don't know, even if you're in a maze and you run through a maze, zombies will find you. I never knew zombies were that smart. I thought zombies were pretty brain dead, but no, they know exactly where you're going through that maze and they can kill you. Maybe their nose or something, I'm not sure, but I don't think this should be possible. Zombies should not be able to track exactly where you are if they can't see you, because I mean, I'm pretty sure zombies are supposed to be brain dead. Now, Mies Games said, I would love to see better underwater bases. Not just a base that has water in it underwater, but a base with the water pumped out. Now, also a pretty cool idea if you make even a 1x1. If everything, the roof, floor, all three walls, and a doorway with a door, if it's all on there and everything is completely locked in, I think the water should just evaporate. Or maybe you'll have like a little pump that pumps the water out of your base or something that you have to craft to be able to pump the water out. Hey, I can actually see that being added. Great idea. Now, another comment by X Crazy. He said, how about a howler? Basically, if you're in a forest and this howler notices you, it just screeches and howls. And then about 10 seconds later, 50 to 100 zombies come after you. Even if there are no zombies in the area, they find you because of that howl. This kind of zombie will have a spawn rate chance of maybe 1 out of 250. Now, this kind of just goes on to what I said in my video, where there should be female zombies that screech when they see you, and a bunch of zombies come to where that screech was and basically kill you. I can see that actually being added. After 10 seconds, maybe like 20 zombies come after you, but when the zombie howls, it's easy to combat this by just running out of the area. I like that idea. Great job, X Crazy. Great idea. Now, anyways, let's get on to the PvP side of Unturned 4.0. Now, I thought of doing this video for a while now, but my Discord started to talk about it. If you're not in my Discord, link in the description below. A lot of friendly people, a lot of active people, very, very friendly. Meet some new people. Hey, just check it out. It's quite fun. But anyways, this user by the name of Muffins, he said, just saying, are you like against PvP or something? Your 4.0 videos are all about PvE and less about PvP. Vanilla PvE gets kind of boring after a little while. I would never just play PvE unless it's like a roleplay server. You literally do nothing and it's boring after a while. Basically, all you do is kill zombies, find loot, and then now what? You get more loot by killing people, having a challenge, not going to loot more zombies. That's just boring. And Muffins, I agree with you completely in two aspects of this. First off, PvE at the moment is pretty boring in 3.0. That is because it doesn't give players enough of an environmental threat and not really any incentive to really face the environment besides the NPCs that just got added, but no one really uses those NPCs. Hopefully 4.0 gives people more environmental things to actually do in-game. But I also agree with the other side that you were saying. All of my 4.0 vids are about PvE. And no, I am not against PvP at all. I love Arena. I used to honestly play Arena non-stop. PvP is fun, of course. And I'm not going to even lie. I've KOS'd on survival servers a couple times, probably numerous times. And of course, I'm sure 99% of you guys have KOS'd at least once while playing this game. I mean, it's part of the game. It's part of a survival game. I think they should add more of an incentive to not KOS, because we all know the reputation system that Nelson tried to add, it didn't work, and hopefully 4.0 fixes that issue, but that's another topic for a future video. But what I'm saying is that I have been making a ton of PvE videos on Unturned 4.0, and that's because 4.0 is pushing the survival aspect, creating more environmental changes and all of that jazz. I mean, Nelson even wrote in devlog number 1 that Unturned 4 is going to be geared more towards survival and PvE. And look at what the community is talking about. Everything is about PvE, because I think everyone's just sick and tired of this PvP, of these KOSing nonsense. But every survival game has PvP in it. I mean, take a look at Rust, Arma, DayZ, Ark. They all have player versus player mechanics, so I want to take a look at some PvP additions coming into Unturned and also giving a few suggestions and thoughts of my own. So sit back, relax, it's all about PvP today. So first off, I want to start off with the Unturned 4.0 wishlist that Nelson made. This is basically everything that he wants to add eventually into Unturned 4.0. So some of these stuff probably won't be coming into the game right away, maybe in future updates they will. But anyways, I will list off a couple and I'll talk about each one. First, he said there's going to be realistic weapon ranges that is about 500 meters and more, and there's going to be damage drop off. Now I would love to see crazy 800 meter sniper shots. We might see some good crazy sniper shot videos, who knows, but in Unturned 4.0 it looks like there's going to be huge weapon ranges, more realistic weapon ranges, and the damage is going to drop off significantly. So let's say this gun is hitting you for 20 damage each shot. Let's back up about 300 meters. Now it's only doing 10 damage each shot. That's going to really play into Unturned 4.0's PvP. He also talks about ricocheting off certain materials. I don't know exactly how this is going to play into things. Possibly something as a weak gun like a pistol might even bounce off a metal base. I'm not sure what is going to bounce off of what. He just says ricochet off certain materials. That could be interesting on how that plays. He also adds option for chamber to jam as the gun wears down. Now this could be cool if you're in a huge gunfight or even in the middle of a raid and you're shooting that wall trying to get to that loot and your gun just jams. And if you're in the middle of a gunfight, you're both shooting at each other and my gun just jammed. Now I have to run and hide. That would be pretty funny, and I'd like to see once again how that plays into Unturned 4.0. He talks about how the recoil is going to be like. He says that each gun is going to have a recoil pattern, but it's going to have a slight randomized element on top. What I think he means by this is this exactly. If you look at the Maple Strike's recoil, it's essentially a straight line. So when he says this, what I think he means is if it was the Maple Strike, it'd be going in a straight line for half the magazine, but then once half the magazine is gone, then it starts getting random and it starts going all over the place left to right. That's what I think he could possibly be talking about here. So it would be harder to just spray whatever you can, which honestly is more realistic. And I love that every single thing that I have listed so far is a realistic change into Unturned 4.0 that's going to make PvP a lot more interesting. He also talks about one melee change here where you can block physical attacks. So let's say it's axe on axe. You're both fighting with that axe. Well, if I'm getting hammered down, I can block the other axe with my axe. So maybe that axe that's doing 50 damage on me, I can block it and maybe it's only doing 10 damage on me. I'm guessing it's not going to be completely zeroed out. I'm guessing the damage will just be cut. I know a ton of people have been hoping that Unturned 4.0 will have dual wielded pistols and stuff like that. Well, he said in the wish list, if you don't know, that single-handed items can be dual wielded at a penalty. So single-handed items, that would be maybe a pistol. A pistol's pretty single-handed. Maybe you can dual wield a pistol at a slight penalty of the damage. That's just insane, having two pistols. That could actually be coming into 4.0. That's not just a dream. And even something like a knife, you can dual wield knives. You can have two knives slashing at an opponent or slashing at a zombie. That's just awesome when I think about it. He also talks about guns and how you'll be able to use the guns while driving. So just like GTA, you're gonna be able to pop out that window and shoot that gun all over the enemy. And the last thing I want to talk about for the PvP side is blood trails from a bleeding player. Now this means if I'm in a gunfight and I'm shooting someone and I'm completely demolishing, bam, 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 he's at 10% health and bleeding, he's trying to rag himself up and run away, well, I'll be able to see where he ran because there's going to be a blood trail on the ground if he's bleeding. Meaning there's no hiding from me. If you're bleeding, I'm gonna get you because the trail is gonna lead me right to you. Once again, very realistic, and once again, I'd love to see that, and I hope this wish list comes to reality. Now that's essentially all the PvP items that I found on the Unturned wish list. If you want to check out the wish list for yourself, the link will be in the description below. Make sure to click it and check out the whole wish list yourself because it's quite long and tells you a lot about what Unturned 4.0 might possess. But now for some other things I'd like to see added. I only have a couple of things here. One is I'd like to see downed players, because right now if I get killed, I'm just dead and I just have to click that respawn button or click that home button to go to my bed / my base. Now it'd be cool that instead of me just dying right away, I just drop on the ground. So then the person who killed me will be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, you have nothing, why would I kill a noob like you? And he just holds E on me and it just revives me. Or if me and my friend are in a gunfight and I die, but then he kills him, he can run over to me and revive me. I think just adding the downed player mechanic really adds to a survival game's PvP and makes it a tad bit realistic. And the second thing and the last thing that I'd like to see added is just for some better arena servers. Now I know Unturned 4.0 is going to be a survival game, but also he doesn't want a bunch of KOSing, I'm guessing, to be in the game. He wants a better, friendlier community in the survival servers. So let's have a arena server where everyone can release their anger and then they can hop onto that survival server and be as friendly as possible. I'd love to see an arena server cap out on players at 100. That'd be cool and would make it a lot more fun. I'd also like to see bigger maps because if there's a capacity of 100 players, it'd be much more big maps. By adding that whole side of Unturned 4.0, I think will just make Unturned 4.0 survival servers a lot more friendly. That might just be me, but I'm just thinking logically here. Now it's for my favorite part. I want to hear your opinions, your thoughts, and possibly some PvP ideas that you'd like to see added into Unturned 4.0. Make sure to scroll down and make sure to comment down below. I read all comments. I kid you not, I do. I promise you. So feel free to comment down below and like any idea that you approve of. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of Unturned 4.0's PvP side of things. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Commenting and I am out of here. And as always, I will see you guys later.